die.
Corrosion and Conformity, still kings of the rotten. Formed in 1982 by guitarist Woody Weatherman and original drummer Reed Mullen, with bassist vocalist Mike Dean joining shortly after. When the band's name is mentioned, some people think of their hardcore album Animosity from 1985 on Metal Blade Records. Or some people think about their major label bestseller, Deliverance from 1994 on Columbia Records, which is now a certified gold record. Enter 1996, year of the Wiseblood album. Produced by John Custer, who's been part of their team since 1991's Blind album, and has been their producer ever since. Just like the Deliverance album, this album features the lineup of Pepper Keenan on vocals and guitar, Woody Weatherman on guitar, Mike Dean on bass, and the late Reed Mullen on drums. Many great albums were released this year by bands such as Pantera, Metallica, Biohazard, Slayer, Acid Bath, Sepultura, Sacred Reich, Crowbar, and Soundgarden. Wiseblood is just as catchy as the Deliverance album. The instruments, performance, and production are actually a little more heavier. Columbia Records wanted the band to work with an outside songwriter, which the band refused, and which the record label dropped the band. Many of the songs that are actually on the record, and some of the B-sides, are worthy of radio airplay quality. But it seems like the 1990s, the media was fixated on alternative and grunge bands. Corrosion and Conformity was nominated for the single Drowning in a Daydream. Ironically, the song was written about their departure with Columbia Records. My personal favorite track on the album is Long Whip, Big America. The song is overall very catchy, with a heavy 70s Thin Lizzy groove to an early 80s hardcore punk feel, similar to the band's sound of the 1980s. Two other favorite tracks on this record would be The Door and Wishbone. The Door displays a heavy ZZ Top influence, Billy Gibbons might even nod to. Wishbone is also catchy, but extra heavy on the guitars. My gateway tracks of the album was the opening song, King of the Rotten, as well as Man or Ash, featuring James Hetfield from Metallica, in 1996 and 1997. These two songs are played on Pure Rock Sunday nights on KLOS, a famous Southern California radio station. That's what influenced me to go to Tower Records and purchase the CD. There is one song that is kind of a surprise. Fuel, the second to last track on the album, a fast and furious hardcore punk song a fan of their 80s material might enjoy. This album is great 100% from start to finish, no weak links at all. Corrosion and Conformity went on tour with Metallica to support the album. James Hetfield from Metallica even pulled some strings to get Woody Weatherman and Pepper Keenan brand new ESP guitars. These guitars were modeled after their Gibson SGs. The few guitars that exist are owned by Woody and Pepper, when Gibson Guitars sent a cease and desist letter to ESP guitars. These replicas are still used today in the studio and on the stage. With battle scars, they age like a fine wine. However, ESP Guitars issued a similar model, the ESP Viper, to the general public. I have purchased the Wiseblood album twice on CD, as well as owning the double vinyl. I have recommended this album to friends far and wide. This album is packed with 13 killer tracks. The album artwork was done by vocalist guitarist Pepper Keenan. I recommend you buy this album, crank it loud, and hope you have a good stereo that can handle it. Thank you for checking out Mean Street Journal. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and ring that fucking bell, please and thank you. Also make sure to check out Mean Street Journal on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. tpublic.com also carries Mean Street Wear for some offensive t-shirts and other shit. Check it out.